What's going on, guys? How's everybody out there doing? Probably nobody in here yet. Um, yeah, I just randomly decided to stream. That's why there's no intro, no music. Matter of fact, I am gonna put on some music. I'm gonna put on a little bit of music while I get myself set up so I can talk about all the stuff I want to talk about. Let me get myself together. Put a little background music in there. I set up me some screen shares. So how's everybody been? I have not streamed since. Okay, so I did stream at the HEX conference. I did my little 3 minute spiel. But since before that, I think it's been either since HEX birthday or before that. So I was like, it's a lot going on. I should just go ahead and pull up the stream. Yeah, I'm streaming during the NFL playoffs because that's how much I'm over it. that's exactly how much I'm over it. I was watching the games all day today, and then right after that, that last play where the Ravens are like right there about to score. Looking at, I don't like Cincinnati, Nardo, love you, bro, but no, I'm never gonna like Cincinnati. So I was super ready, to see those guys be out. And then what is this? Some like goal line, fumble, touchdown. That kind of stuff is what I'm like, yeah, Freddie, you're right. You're absolutely right. The NFL's rigged. Vegas called it in like is Amber a diehard Ravens fan? Man, I'm with you, man. I mean, I ain't a diehard Ravens fan. I'm really not a fan of any team. Really, I love athletes. Um, you'll see me cheering a lot for the Kansas City Chiefs. KC, man. Gotta love KCs. I'm married one. So you gotta love KC. I love Patrick Mahomes. I love quarterbacks that get to it. So, I'm with it. But yeah, let me kill my little daydreaming music a little bit and just get to why I'm here today. Really just want to do a check-in. I haven't seen it. I mean, I see you guys through the internet. I guess I still can't see you right now, but at least I have an opportunity to chat with you. If you're in the chat, if you want to say what's up, ask some questions, see what's going on. Um, I thought I'd just start, sharing what's going on with me and this crazy crypto journey. Um, right now, I'm doing my own personal weight loss challenge. So I'm not the type of person to like post pictures like my workout clothes and here's my before, here's my January, February. That's not really me. So I figured maybe if I start streaming, then I'll personally be able to see some difference because I consider myself to be a little top heavy, you know. So I figured this is be a good way to keep me accountable so that I can kind of track my progress. Um, and then just to like check in on all the different stuff that I'm always getting into. Um, I'm streaming this week with RG tomorrow, and then with Cabana, I think Thursday, and that'll be the whole team. The whole KSB team will be with Cabana. So just sharing that kind of little information. Excited about the market. This is pretty much what I do every day. And so like I'm not your typical streamer. I really don't even consider myself a streamer, but I do consider myself a part of the Hex community. And I almost feel like it's a responsibility, right? If I went on tour and promoted Hex all to the top, right? Like just all the way to 50 cents, just telling people how great Hex is, onboarding friends, onboarding family, then I kind of feel like it's my responsibility to keep going, to say that I still think that Hex is a great buy. And if you haven't got in yet, then now is the perfect time to start looking at it. So, my friends, my background, my culture, where I come from, they're not about to get on YouTube and really just dive into a lot of these different streamers, especially females, right? Men are a little bit different. Men have this idea that like if another man knows how to do it, if they can accomplish it, then I should be able to do it. And so they may have that attitude like I'm just gonna learn until I figure it out. Where females, like for the most part, we're focused on our family, on our careers, on self-care if you have time. And a lot of times we just don't have time to like get through all of the streams and all of the information out there. And so I figure, if I could just share a little bit of myself, then maybe I can reach somebody who, is similar to me, where they're interested in finding a way to create passive income. But, trading is just not for them. Like trying to sell at these top of these candles and trying to buy in at the bottom of these candles, it's difficult, Like I tried option trading for a while. And I mean, yeah, you have some good days, but then you just also have some wreck days. And it's just not worth it. The waking up with the market, the always being on top of it like that, it's just too much. Especially when you have a product like Hex that just keeps giving back, right? Since I've been in Hex, not only have I accumulated a Hex bag, I've accumulated an Ethereum bag just because, wanting to have it for when gas fees do go up, right? Knowing that you use Ethereum to pay transaction fees, I just kind of want to have some. I just want to, especially when it's lower than it's been, just keep that little bag of Ethereum. My Hex gave me Hedron. Let's see all the different things that my Hex gave me. My Hex gave me Hedron. My Hedron gave me Icosa. More is just something that I just really like. I like the narrative. I like Trevon. I like the fact that he hasn't gone anywhere. He's been here through multiple cycles, and to me, he's always been a reliable source of information. He looks for decent products. He doesn't tell you that you need to get in this. He tells you what he's doing, and then you make your own decisions as far as what you want to get into. So I like supporting him and his project. I hopped in Maxi during the trade-in phase. So Maxi's always done me well, in that it's always kind of been at a premium over Hex. Who doesn't love when you get free airdrops? Kept my Pulse Doge. Couple of little coins that I'm not going to go into too much, but a couple of little coins that I kind of hopped into just from hearing about them through, different people that you meet in crypto, like texting with Rags and Crypto Heartbeat, BNB Pod. I really like the founder, Jacob. And then, Calm, that's the newest one that we just got airdropped. So Hexicans to me, even in this bear market, we're still doing well because free coins just keep coming our way, right? So that's that's really my whole little spill on crypto. I'm not here to really just to beat your heads over with a stick with crypto, because you guys get plenty of that. I just want to show you that the community is still alive and well. We're thriving. We got stuff going on. April, we got the Hex cruise coming. Oh, well, I guess I should go back before I go forward and say what's coming up next. I should talk about what we just did. If you came to San Diego, then you know that we celebrated the Hex birthday. I'm from San Diego. The German guys that, Kryptosparbuch team that I work with, they had never been any significant time in San Diego. When they started their tour, they just like rushed right through it. And I wanted them to come back. And so when we were in Vegas for PostCon and Postmasters, actually, I should say, because I didn't go over to PostCon. Let me not be petty. But yeah, so when we were there in Vegas, I was like, oh, y'all should come down to San Diego. And Yashdeep was there and a bunch of other people that we were just having lunch together. And they're like, yeah, let's do it. Let's go down to San Diego. So I plan 3 amazing days, not including my birthday. I don't even consider that a part of it. I just did a little dinner that night, and I appreciate all the Hexicans that came out. They showed me some serious love. I don't even think that I've streamed since that. look at some of the stuff that my guys from Germany brought me back. Some little souvenirs, a little lighter, little, all kind of little stuff. My girl CZ Hexing, my first Burberry item ever. She got me a beautiful scarf. The Kryptosparbuch guys, they got me some AirPods. I mean, just the amount of love that I received just from people that I've met online is crazy. I got people like Freddie that sent me. I even got his Christmas card over here. This is not the painting that he sent me, but he did send me another one that's similar to that one. But yeah, just amazing birthday. Probably one of the best birthdays that I've had in years. And so I was like, yes, this is starting off right. So then the next day, we did the yacht party. Let me see if I can find some images of the. Yep, here it is. Here's the yacht. Maxed out at 40 people. Had more people wanted to come on the yacht, but that was the most that it could fit. You can see that we got this thing packed to capacity. Amazing time on the yacht. Oh, you see Marco, he shares his birthday with Hex. So whenever you type in Hex birthday, you're probably gonna see a little bit of Marco. Then we did this nightclub thing. That was his first video that you saw. We're at Park Nightclub, one of the sickest nightclubs in San Diego. They had the Hex and stuff all on the screen. We had the best section right in the front. It was wonderful. The boat looked cold. The boat was not cold. I mean, so it was a little windy at times, but I mean, you can ask anybody. It was like perfect weather. And wherever it was that they took us, I mean, we did go through the whole harbor, but at one point you just dock, right? A couple people, Hex Ninja and another lady, they actually jumped in the water. The water was cold, but the weather was good enough for them to at least give it a shot. So that was pretty awesome. I'm gonna take this down for a little bit and then bring it back when I talk about the Hex cruise. But yeah, San Diego was amazing, and to me, it's really about just spending time with like-minded people, with other Hexicans. I know before the San Diego meetup, there was all the FUD with the those three letters. I'm not even gonna get into it because I don't want them tagging my videos. But with all these different entities watching us and coming after our streamers and doing things like that, and then you get together with people like RG3 and just all these different content creators and Hex community members, and then they just help you to realize that we have a real community here, that we're kind of all in this together. If you need advice for this, or you need resources for this, then you can look this way or look this way. So I just appreciated that. I think that kind of like calmed my spirit, because I mean, any person is gonna have a little bit of anxiety when you start seeing your name floating around government lists and all this kind of stuff. And so I know that there's this Twitter list floating around, and like almost everybody's name was on there. And so I was like, oh no. One of my team members actually got served on my birthday, and I just kept thinking, if I get served on my birthday, bro, like, no, I don't want this. But all in all, it was a great time. We this is what we do, KSB. We get together, we have a great time, um, just so that we can keep the energy positive. Um, keep showing Hex, keep showing that this is a product that's not going away, that it's just the community is getting bigger and bigger. I think that the fundamentals of what we do is education. We do that through our streams. I mean, Patrick has taught me so much since I got into Hex. His understanding of the T-share is incredible. I like people that, or I like information that's math over man. It's not so much your opinion, but just what the math says. And I think that kind of helped me to get a better understanding of Hex, but then a better commitment to be able to say that I stand behind this product, and it's not just behind. It's not just about standing behind a man. because different people are going to have different opinions about Richard Hart. Like when I found Hex, I didn't even know about Richard Hart, right? Like my husband showed me a coin that you held, and then they gave you more coins for holding it. And I had just never seen that before. And that was what piqued my interest. And from that, I wanted to learn more. And in learning more, I found Richard Hart, and then I liked what he had to say. And I was like, okay, this is somebody that I can look to, to be a teacher. But it was the product that brought me in, right? And I think that that's something that we need to focus on. That's something we need to get back to, um, looking at what it really is about. It's really about delaying gratification. It's not about, you know, having green candles while everyone else is having red candles. Like no one ever said that Hex was only going to go up while Bitcoin and Ethereum and everything else was going down. That's that. I not one time was I watching a stream and Cabana and the guys or anybody is like, oh, put your money in Hex because it's just going to keep going up forever. Like that was never the message. And so when I see all the negativity online, sometimes I'm like, it's funny how much people forgot that we were all supposed to be delaying gratification, and to just like be upset over 6 months, a year worth of down. It just shows that you weren't in it for the right reasons to begin with. So you know that that's just that. But yeah, the Hex cruise, that's like one of the main things why I wanted to come on here. And Jay Hill just got a huge first down. So I guess Freddie, thank you, Freddie. You can watch the game and keep me updated on what's going on. Like I told you, I'm out. I'm done. I want no more. I'm gonna watch the Cowboys game tomorrow night because my husband is a born and raised Dallas native Cowboy fan. And to be honest, I just like to see them lose. Like I'm that wife. I'm the wife that trolls her husband. Like Cowboys need to go down. I know Expensive Taste does not want to hear that, but I am not about seeing those cowgirls win. So, it is what it is. But so yeah, let me go on and pull my screen share back up so we can get into this Hex cruise. So Hex cruise, why did we do this Hex cruise? Why did we have uh this whole idea of doing this? And it really came from going to all the other meetups, especially the meetups in Vegas, right? Like we have this amazing time, 3 days, but everybody is so spread around. And then there's like 27 Telegram groups that you're trying to, for this event, you're trying not to miss this. You want to plan dinner, but you want to have dinner with this person and this person, and then it's just all over the place, right? And so we're like, a cruise is a perfect way to put everybody in the same place. You don't have to worry about what hotel you're staying at. Dinner times are set. You can come and go as you please. You can bring the kids. You can not bring the kids. There's nightclubs, there's casinos, there's pools, there's water slides. I mean, there's literally anything that you can ask for. And then there's also the opportunity for meeting space, for educational type settings or whatnot. So last year, once again, a matter of fact, the guys had went to the Bahamas last year and had an amazing time. I couldn't go. I can't remember what was going on, but I didn't go, and I was jealous the whole time. So then we were like, okay, let's plan something far out, maybe a year. This is like last year we started planning this. And yeah, so the Bahamas just seemed like the right pick for us. So we decided to go with this Royal Caribbean cruise. It leaves on April 24th, returning on the 28th. It has 2 port stops. One of them is what they call Perfect Day at Coco Cay. It's essentially a private island that the cruise lines own. Beautiful, beautiful island, like the waters that you see, in these images. Just absolutely amazing. Gonna try and get like some cabanas and just hang out on the beach and enjoy that day. The second day is a stop in Nassau, Bahamas. That's where like the big Atlantis Resort is, and more beautiful islands. So that's the day that you kind of have the opportunity to do like your special excursions, whether they're like adventure based or drinking based. I know that we went ahead and found um, like pre-picked some of the options, really just like scout them out to see what is available. There's stuff like swimming with pigs or ATVs, deep sea fishing, rum tours, whether you just want to do like a second beach day, jet skis, or just like a tour of the island in a nice big Jeep. Um, so that's pretty much what the Hex Cruise is. We are going to award the Hexi Awards. That's something that we created just to be able to acknowledge all of the different content creators in the community. Um, I could go to the page, but I'm probably not going to because I've done that before. But please go by ksb.tv and check that out. The Hexi Awards, all kind of categories. I mean, Freddie is here. He's up for, I want to say like a couple different ones. Life of the Party, the best, how did they say it? Best musician of 22, best Hex artist, I think it is. There's also like the best Hex dev, or the best Hex designer. The community leader of the year, the funniest streamer, the most consistent streamer, the best game theory. So go place your votes for that. Go ksb.tv is right there on the homepage. You'll see like a little Hexi award. So please go and vote. We'd love to get tons of different opinions from everybody, right? We want to hear how people are feeling, and then show these people some love and acknowledge all the work that they're doing to keep this community growing and where it is. So that's the Hexi Awards. We're going to present those on the Hex Cruise. If you want more information about the Hex Cruise, go to hexcruise.com. Yeah, what else? What else going on? Oh, I guess I should bring that back up. ABC Crypto. So maybe I should talk about how this even came about first before I just go into shilling it and where you can go and get it and all that good stuff. So for like, I want to say not quite a year, maybe like 6 months or so, my husband has been writing on this concept called Kid Crypto, right? And him and my daughter, they've been kind of doing this together. And it's a story, like a storybook kind of book, a storybook kind of book. That was awful. But it's a children's book where it takes you on a little mini adventure, right? And so as he's writing this and he's, showing me and my daughter segments of this, and I'm going through this with her, I'm using a lot more crypto words with her, right? I'm saying things like FUD and I mean, I don't know. I can't necessarily think of, maybe I should use the book to help me. HODL, that was one that came up that she was just like, what? And so as these words keep coming up, then I start to realize that like it would be extremely helpful just to have a terms book, just to have all these commonly used words in crypto that if you spend any time in crypto social media, you've kind of had to just learn on your own. But then when we go out and we talk to our people, our friends and family that aren't in crypto, they kind of look at us like, what's that? And so I kind of, started making this book to help me teach my daughter. So I asked my husband, I was like, can you just, all the common words, just write it all out and give me definitions. And then that way I can go through it with Chrissy. And so as he was, starting to give me these words, I was like, man, I think it would be cool for us to just like do all the words that we could come up with and then put them to images and then kind of just have that as a resource. If you don't know my background, I come from education. So I spent 15 years running a day. So it's an infant toddler center. So that's from 6 weeks to 2 years old, 2 preschools, and then an elementary school that went up to the 6th grade. I did this because I have 3 kids that were in need of this age, of education. And from the first day, from the moment I had my oldest daughter, I knew that I wanted to be a primary figure in her education and in her life. I didn't want to just send her off to school and then just hope that they taught her, what I believe. I wanted to actually like know who her teachers were and everything, because I kind of feel like that was the experience that I had growing up in a church, in a school that was connected, to my church. And so I went back to the same school. My grandfather's still the pastor at that church, and I went to put her in. But when I got there, I just, I had been gone. I had been in college and living in Texas for all these years. So I didn't know what the state of the school was. And so when I got there, it was just different. Like, recessions are hard on Christian schools and on private organizations in general. Like the quality of staff, was just not there. They weren't able to pay people, what people want to be paid, what people need to be paid to live in California. And so, as soon as I got back and saw the condition, I just made that decision. I didn't go to college for education. I just made the decision that I wanted to be in my child's life, and I just hopped in, just jumped in, and was blessed enough that my family entrusted me to play a role in this school. And so I spent 15 years doing that. I got, pretty much all my kids out of elementary. My youngest is still elementary age, but we're homeschooling now that, we're not still in the school system. Um, so yeah, all of that just to say that for my kids' entire life, we have been creating curriculum for them. We have taken what is standard, and we have incorporated our own ideas of how a student can learn, how fast they can grow, how much content they can really handle. And so now that we are passionate about teaching our kids crypto, it has kind of taken us into a direction of creating curriculum like materials in order to aid that process. When you try to go to Amazon and go to the market to find what it is that you're looking for, like, oh, I want this, and you can't find it, I feel like that's where most inventions or new products come from. It's from necessity, from seeing that what you want was not out there and then making it yourself. So I'm extremely proud of my daughter, for one, because she is a true little artist, and so she got behind this book, and it was like a lot of her ideas. Me and her going through Canva, creating all the images for it. You'll notice that even though the words are like crypto words to go with the letter, the pictures kind of go with the letters as well. Like O for orbit. This suit is orbiting, or P for pizza, or for planets. So it was a fun project to work with my daughter on, and my husband, and I look forward to making a lot more. I can't wait to get into the real series of the story, because I think my husband is extremely creative at creating a narrative that helps children to understand crypto, but taking them through like this space journey, right? So it's not just a curriculum book where you're just saying, hey, point from here is point A to point B. This is how you get there. This is how you go get your wallet, and then blah blah blah. He takes you on this, this experience of space travel, and then making that comparison to, crypto travel or whatnot. So that's kind of what's going on in our lives. Making books, preparing for the cruise in April. Um, Anything else? My husband's always going to be making music. My daughter's like super into Pokemon now, so that's like something that I'm trying not to lose all my money on, because like every different day she's like, "Can I get a pack?" It's like, this Pokemon is like drugs, man. These kids just want to buy a new pack every day. But sounds like Crypto BD in the house. He was saying would love to go this year. Sounds like great time. Unfortunately, I can't go. Hoping to get to the next meetup after. Yeah, there's always some meetups going on. I know Maddie was talking about either doing like a meetup in Austin or something. There's always stuff going on, so I'm sure we'll catch you, Crypto BD, on the next one. Just keep your ears open for different information. Just head on to ksb.tv every so often and check out all the little things that we're doing. If you do want to support me and my family and our new little book series, starting with the first one, ABC Crypto, you can just head on over to Amazon, type in ABC Crypto. Finally, we've got enough clicks. I'm telling you, like the first 3 days, you can only find it by separating the AB and the crypto, and it will come up. Let's see if it's still like that. Yeah. And now I see that finally I just typed it in with it all together, and it is coming up. So I appreciate all the people out there that have been searching for ABC Crypto to where we are finally getting some recognition by Amazon as far as being found. Um, yeah, and I just appreciate all of you guys who have bought the book and all the people who are planning on buying the book. Um, my ultimate goal with this book and the whole series is to be able to give them away in schools. If you guys know that we have plans or we have the intentions of going back and doing another tour when Post Chain launches. I've actually also been thinking about possibly doing some in-person educational events before the cruise, because I don't know yet if we're going to drive to Florida or fly to Florida. I don't know. That's all still up in question. But it's very possible that we could have the opportunity. I've been talking with some people who want to partner with us to do a workshop event. So it's possible that on our way to Florida in April, somewhere around March, we might do an educational event in Texas, one or two. So I'll let you guys know if we get those dates together and that comes to fruition. But when we do this tour or these educational workshops, I would like to be able to give free books into middle schools and elementary schools. Working in schools all that time, I know that schools aren't so likely to just let you come in and teach crypto, right? Their teachers aren't focused on that. That's not something that is in standard, education right now, right? Like that's not something that they're pushing. But what schools do love is free books, right? It's almost scary how they'll accept free books. I've found some books. My daughter has like brought home books before, my oldest one, and been like, Mom, can you believe that this was at the school? Because sometimes they really don't check, they just accept free books. And so I would love to be able to give out term books and then some of the chapter books to different middle schools across the country. So I would love to be able to either sell enough of these books to be able to give them away myself, or to be able to partner with different people who may want to say, hey, I'll buy 10 books to give away in my city or, along the tour or whatever. And so that's the ultimate goal with creating these children inspired books. It's just to start the education even younger, right? We know how to get the word out to our peers, right? But if we really see crypto as creating generational wealth, then we need to start teaching the next generations. I know that that's something that I think about a lot. Crypto is not like your money that sits in your bank, right? If something was to happen to me and my husband today, tomorrow, nobody is going to call my kids and be like, hey, here's all your parents' money, here you go, right? Like they're going to have to know how to access our crypto in order to, have access to their inheritance or whatever you say like that. So it is really important to me that my kids understand what it is that they have access to, because it's more than I ever had, right? It's more of a promise of a future than, you know, what was left to me. And I just want to make sure that my kids can get to that, and your kids, and, you know, all that. So I don't know. This is not really something that I do a lot. I want to say this is probably my first time just getting on here and just talking, just shooting the shit. Eventually, if I can keep this thing going, I'm trying to be consistent. I don't know if I mentioned earlier that I'm also on this weight loss journey where right at the beginning of the year, and I know everybody does that. Everybody's like, what's my New Year's resolution? I'm going to lose weight. But let me tell you, I am turning 40, 40 years old this year, and I'm happy about it. I think it is a blessing to make it that far. And God willing, if I can make it to 40, I'm going to lose 40 pounds on the way to it. I'm trying to get back to that pre-parenting weight. It's been a long time. I've been a parent for a good little minute. So I decided to give myself a nice little amount of time. I wasn't gonna push my progress. I wasn't gonna say, oh, let me do this in 3-6 months. No, I basically have the whole year. My birthday's not till December, but this is a good way for me to keep myself accountable, tell you guys about my journey, tell Twitter about my journey, and just keep it going. Eventually, I think I'm gonna start dropping a link in the chat, or, you know, on Twitter, to have some of my buds come and join me just to shoot the shit about what's going on in their lives, and just make this a safe place, you know, for Hexicans, for crypto enthusiasts to come, to ask questions, to pick my brain, your brain, anybody else's brain, that wants to come and just hang out with me for a little bit. So not going to hold you guys any longer tonight. I appreciate those of you who came in and just hung out with your girl for a couple minutes. I really just thank y'all. I just really appreciate the opportunity to have a voice in this community. And I just I hope that we keep this thing going. So love y'all. See y'all next time. Stay real, Hexicans. Let me see if I can find something to take me out of here. There we go. Some good old KSB. All right, guys.